I thought I'd come out here and tell y'all about a dream I had that really woke me up. This will be the awakening dream of my life. I've had dreams where I've saw Satan chained to wooden thrones, but I had never had a dream like this. And to be honest with you, I don't know that this was real. This was a dream. I felt like this was probably real. Anyway, this was a dream that really shook me, woke me up in a bunch of ways. Woke me out of my sleep. But more importantly, it woke me up in life, you know. But so this dream is a dream about hell that I had, if you could call it a dream. I felt like I was there. But so anyway, I go to bed at night one night, and as this was about 3 years ago, I go to bed one night and I'm thinking just about the next day. I've done spent up to this time, I'd have probably spent 15, 18 years, 20 years, whatever, doing it my way, and just trying to make money, just like the rest of the world. It's all about that dollar, and I was just all about the dollar. And building something, building a name for myself. A lot of people are caught up in this. They don't know it. They're just deceived. They think this is what life's about. And I was caught up in that, and I didn't know it. That's deception for you. You don't know it. So anyway, I go to bed one night and I'm just thinking about the next day and what we're gonna do the next day and different things, and I go to sleep. And the way I describe it is like when I close my eyes to sleep, when I opened them, I was in hell. And I was looking around and I wondered where I was. That was like the first thing I did. I was wondering where I was, and instantly I knew. It was just like instant revelation there, and I knew I was in hell. And as soon as I knew that, I instantly knew I would never get out. I had just instantly knew that, and there was this hopelessness that comes over you there. Not like here, like if you have some hopelessness come over you here, something tragic happens, you have hopelessness come over you. It's like before it overwhelms you, there's something else, that there's some kind of hope or something that there's something, you know, that will come along, and it's the Lord here that keeps you from falling all the way into hopelessness. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but there's no hopelessness on the earth like there. Not even a fraction of a percent. So I'm in this place, and I know I'm in hell. I know I can never get out, and I'm the hopelessness is crushing me. It feels like the weight of the world on me, and I'm wanting to like throw up, like you're wanting to throw up. I mean, I don't know. It's just so overwhelming, so bad, and just when you feel like you're about to implode or something with the hopelessness, it feels like you're finna go out of existence. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like you can't handle it no more. This place is, all of hell is built on deception, and this place was all about deception. And I didn't know it at the time, but as soon as I'm like at the peak of this hopelessness I'm feeling, and all of a sudden I see people, and I see somebody up high. He's up high on a pedestal, and he's beating and banging. I see sparks flying. He's banging with it looks like old timey welding, you know, like an old blacksmith. He's beating and banging up there, and I look at all these people, and nothing about them bring me comfort. You know, knowing they're there doesn't bring me comfort. They look at, like, I remember seeing a blonde-headed lady look at me, and I just seen the terror on her face, and she's there for the same reason I am. All of these people are we're in the same place for the same reason. And but nothing about them being there or me being there for them, there's no fellowship there. There's no comfort there. If there seems to be any kind of fellowship or comfort or hope, it's all fake. It's all about deception. It's all deceiving, and it's designed that way to get you. It's like these demons love this place, and anyway, I'm looking at this guy. We're all looking at this guy, and we're all thinking the same thing. Once he gets to whatever he's doing, he's building something out of metal. And like whenever he gets that built, we'll use that as a tool to get out of here. We'll fight our way out. We'll pry our way out. We'll do whatever. We're gonna use. We've got a way to get out. That's the way we're thinking. We'll figure out a way with that. And I look over to my left, and there's another pedestal. And there's this demon. Look. There's a demon on it, and he looks like a gargoyle looking thing with no wings. He has man, I don't know, man. He has like piles of teeth in his mouth, and his smile is humongous. Like he's smiling, and it's like one of them slow smiles. Like we're watching this guy build whatever he's building, beating up there, and we're all thinking like when he gets this built, we're gonna use this to get out. And like we went from feeling total hopelessness to being deceived into thinking we're gonna have hope. We got hope now, and our hope's rising, and we're just getting happy. Like we're getting excited. We're finna get out, and that demon, the closer he gets, the man gets to building whatever he's building, that demon's smile starts slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And his smile's just so big. He got all these teeth showing. And I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at the dude building, and all of a sudden everything, like our hope is just so high right now. All of a sudden the thing that he was building just melts. Like it just melts and just dissolves. And we're just like, what? You know, and all of a sudden the deception is pulled off of our eyes or off of us, whatever. And the reality of where we're at hits us at full force, and all of it's just crashing down on us. And the hopelessness we felt in the beginning is all back on us. Like you're wanting to throw up, you're wanting to just vomit, you're wanting to just, I don't know, it feels like the weight of the world on you. You're about to implode, and then you can't take it. You feel like there's no way you can take it anymore. And all of a sudden, the scene changes. I'm wondering where I'm at. I realize all of a sudden it's like I'm in hell. I get that revelation. I'm in hell. It was just repeated. I'm sitting there looking around. I realize, I wonder where I'm at, and then it hits me. Like I instantly know you're in hell. You'll never get out. All that starts replaying over. All the hopelessness starts coming back down on me. Starts crushing me, overwhelming me. And then like I'm looking out in the distance, and I see this like, looks like a football field. It's at nighttime, and I see these same people that were with me, or we're all there together. There's no comfort with them there. Nothing about them makes you feel good. Like you don't care about them, you just want out. They don't care about you, they just want out. I can see this football field, and I seen this football player. And like I can't make the dream, or I can't make what I saw up. You know, I felt like I would have picked something different if I could have made it up. But I seen this football field. It was nighttime. The field was lit up like it was lights around it, but I didn't see no lights. And I seen this player, and he was like we all knew him to be professional. Like you didn't talk in there, but you instantly knew everything that everybody was thinking. You just automatically knew this stuff, and we all knew that we were all with him, and it was like he was one of us or something. And like when the high ups, whoever's over this place, see that we're with him and how good he is, they'll give us notoriety, and we better get out. And this will give us clout in this place. This will give us a ranking. High, you know. They'll realize we cool, you know. We want to, you know, we with him. Anyway, I'm watching him, man, and he's like running, just like he's running for a ball or something. And all our hope is building, because I'm like, we was all thinking like, once he does this and performs good, these people are gonna see that we're, him, how good he is. And then all of a sudden, I seen this demon. This thing transforms into this snake. Man, this snake was so huge. I mean, he was big as a bus, big as round as one. I mean, he's huge. He's long as a football field, man. He comes up behind him like lightning. He's moving so fast, and I can see that it's over. Like, I know what's gonna happen. All of a sudden, like, I'm deceived at this point. Up until this point, I've done bought back into the deception that we gonna get out. My hope's rising. My happiness is starting to rise. My excitement's starting to rise. Everybody's is. And all of a sudden, when I see that, everything comes crashing back down. All of a sudden, the deception's pulled off of me. The hope I thought I had was pulled off. And I realized where I'm at again. And I'm in hell. And it's just, the weight of it's coming down on me, and I just began to want to throw up and vomit, and I feel like I'm finna implode again. And then all of a sudden, when you can't take it no more, boom, the scene changes. And I'm wondering where I'm at. And I have no memory of what just happened in the dream, or whatever, in this dream. And I'm looking around, and for the first time I see light, but this time I don't know that I'm in hell. Or at this point, I think I'm out. And I see light for the first time coming through like a window. We're in like this monster mansion. I'm talking about, this place was so huge. Like it's like a brand new mansion we're inside of. And and this thing is so huge. I'm talking about the walls look like they were, man, I'd say the walls had to have been 100 foot tall. I mean, literally, this house was monster. We were just small. We were like little bitty, looked like little ants or something, like little bugs. And it's got brand new paint on the walls, brand new floors, lights coming in, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, we're all thinking we made it. Oh, thank God. We didn't say God, and I'll tell you why. But in a minute. But we're thinking we made it, we're out. And all of a sudden the house ages like 100 years in a second. The floorboards age and draw up, and all the grain in it shrink up to where you can like it's grooves in the grain of the floor. And the paint starts peeling off the walls, and the light that was coming through the window starts darkening, and it starts getting real gray-like in there. And all of a sudden, there's these demons that transform into like frogs that's got these bones sticking out of their back. They're like horns or something sticking out of their backs, and and we're like, these things are huge. We're like little bugs to them. And like all of a sudden, all the hopelessness hits us, and these things start running after us, and we're just full-blown panic. All the deception's off. We realize, it's like we know where we're at now again, and it's all over again. But this time we're running, and it was freaking. You're just freaking out there the whole time, and it's just up, down, up, down. All your emotions are up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, constantly. And it's just one huge emotional roller coaster ride. And all of a sudden I wake up. It's like 5:30 in the morning, and I'm like looking around, and I hear something in the kitchen, and I'm kind of thinking I'm like, the scene's changed. But all of a sudden my mind was back, and I realized the whole time I was having the dream or in hell or whatever it was, I had no understanding or no knowledge about Jesus. I had no knowledge about the Bible, no knowledge about God, no Holy Spirit, no nothing. Even though I knew I was in hell, I didn't correlate hell to Bible or hell to Jesus or hell to say. I didn't correlate all that. It didn't come to me. And then I realized my mind ain't even my own. God owns it all. You know, he can wipe your mind. He can take out what he wants and give you what he wants in your mind. And I was like, man. And so I kind of got up and I realized my wife was in there making coffee, and I wasn't in the dream no more, and I didn't say nothing to her, but I just went and laid back down. I was just sitting there thinking, and I was like, God, was this a dream? God, was this real? And then all of a sudden God spoke to me, and this is what validated everything. He said, this is where you're going. And I said, well, God, I believe in Jesus. He says, no, you trust in man. I said, trust in man? I said, God, I don't trust in man. God, I nearly hate man. I said, I'm just being honest. I said, I don't trust in man. I said, they rip me off. They lie to me. They don't show up for work. I'm like, they steal from me. I'm like, I nearly hate people, God. I got people that owe me money, won't pay. I said, God, I don't trust in man. I trust in Jesus. And he let me say all that. And then very sternly, he said, no, you trust in man. And when he said it this second time, it was a download that hit me from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. And I understood what he was saying. I trusted in me. I trusted in myself. He said, and then he went on to say, he said, you've used all the talents and gifts that I gave you to pursue this life and gain this life as if this is what it was about. And you've not used your talents and gifts to further my kingdom. He said, you'll spend eternity in hell using your talents and gifts to get out, but you will never succeed. He had me, man. Because whenever I knew he had me, I trusted in me. I've lived my life for me. I hadn't even given it up for God. And I had been in church the whole time. I was a faithful tither. I was all the things you would think would be right by church, going to church and doing everything right. My kids were in church. My wife was in church. I believed in Jesus. Yeah. Well, you know what? Satan believes. Everybody who's in hell believes. I finally understood what it really meant to believe. It means that when you believe that Jesus is who he says he is, then you'll give up your life and live for him. And when you do that and live for him, then that means you have truly surrendered. You've truly believed. I know we don't understand like why we have to give up our life and live for him, but this world right here, it's all passing away. This isn't where it's at. God intended for us to live here forever, but it got sabotaged. So now, God didn't like it. He looked out on the world. He sees all the injustice. He sees all the heartache. He sees all the murders and all the crime and everything that's happening, all the death, and he doesn't like it. So he decided he was just going to wipe it out. He's going to make a whole new earth, a whole new heaven, start over. That's what he's doing. And this place isn't where it's at. He's trying to get as many souls to come to him so that they don't have to perish. They don't have to go to hell. They can come be with him. In a whole new heaven, under a whole new heaven, and in a whole new earth. Think about that. And it's not cursed. And you live forever. It's a pretty good deal. But we're too consumed with living for ourselves. We can't let the things of this world go. I couldn't. God had to give me that dream and wake me up. I sat on it for 6 months. I didn't tell a soul. I was Googling hell testimonies one night on YouTube. And all of a sudden, there was piles of them. And I clicked on one, the very first one I clicked on, man, shook me up because he said things that I didn't even realize I was experiencing when I was there. Like as soon as you wanted to know something, you knew it. Like you had instant you had instant knowledge of where you were or what. Anytime you had a question, you got the answer instantly. And stuff like that. You know, at the time I didn't even realize that. It was when I watched that video I realized that. And it was just a wake up call. But so many people are deceived. They go to these churches, they worship God with their lips, but their heart's far from God. They don't live for Him. You got to give up so that you can live for the Lord. He says if you'll lose your life for my sake, you'll find it. He said, but if you don't lose your life for my sake, you'll lose your life. Anyway, I can't think of anything else to say other than that was the wildest dream. And I sat on it for 6 months, like I said, and I Googled some hell testimonies. I saw that, and then I prayed that night. I said, God, if there's somewhere you want me to be, just hook me up. And the next morning, a lady called me, want me to help with the boys in the back at church on Tuesday night. And I said, I'm your huckleberry. I'll be there. So, and my business, it has went to pot. You know, I ain't been able to focus on it because I don't care about it no more. That's what's so good about all this and bad about it, because I ain't got no money coming in, but I don't care no more. I don't care about that no more. I go in there and pray now, and I seek the Lord's face, and I see Him. I find Him. I see Him in my dreams and other things, and He shows up, showing me different things. So it's way better. I feel so much better not being consumed with the world and trying to build a name or something for myself, you know. It's so taxing on you. Anyway, I thought I'd share that dream. God's got His way of messing you up, you know, knocking you off your horse, so to speak. Well, anyway, I'm going to go in. Y'all have a good night.